people, praise Jesus. My name is Teresa Kabata Kenge. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a therapist, I'm a psychologist by profession, and here on Talkspace, we're about God, life, and love, all happening for His glory. So I'm so excited about this video. Welcome to my first YouTube video, and we are going to be talking about loss and grief, and we are going to do a five video series about loss and grief, because there are 5 stages of loss and grief, as we all know, or maybe we don't know. We are going to learn together. And the first stage of loss and grief is denial. The second stage is anger. The third stage is bargaining. The fourth stage is depression. The fifth stage is acceptance. Now, as we talk about loss and grief, it doesn't have to happen in the same timeline. We don't know, different people react to loss and grief in different ways. And so some will skip depression and move right away to acceptance. Some will have to go through the depression season and then get to acceptance. But in general, loss is something that affects us all. It depends. We will be, maybe you have lost a loved one. Maybe you have lost your self-confidence. Maybe you have been through, maybe you've gone through a season of life that has gotten you losing maybe property, losing your job, losing even something as precious as a ring. There are many things. When you talk about loss, it's diverse. We lose, anything that you lose affects how you feel, and it affects how you react. It affects your emotional strength and your emotional power. But on this series, we're going to talk about loss of a loved one. And so as we talk about when loss of a loved one, I know most of us, we found ourselves in situations where either you've had to console someone who has lost a loved one, or you yourself have had to go through the season of losing someone close to you through death. And I want us to go through now the 5 seasons of healing after it has happened. But as we go through this series, I want you to know that we never move on from loss and grief. What we do, we learn to live with the loss. You learn to accept that this person is gone. This person, I'll never be able to see them again. I'll never be able to talk to them again. I'll never be able to hug them again. And I learned in my earlier days in school that loss, or rather grief, is love with nowhere to go. Because when you lose a loved one, it doesn't mean you stop loving them. You still love them, but now you're not able to express that love to them. The object of love is not there. You want to hug them, but you cannot. You want to talk to them, but you cannot. So basically, for me, loss and grief is love with nowhere to go. You never get over it, and time doesn't heal the pain. What happens is, as we evolve and as we will see, we learn to live with the results of what has happened. And so today I want us to speak about stage 1 of loss and grief, and that is denial. I know most of us, we have had the statement, or we have made the statement, I can't believe that. I can't believe that they are gone. I can't believe that they are dead. I was with them just the other day. I spoke to them. You know, the first thing that happens when you hear about the loss of someone is you don't accept it. And that helps us. This stage number 1 helps us to absorb the shock. Because first what happens is you go into shock, and then you go into numbness, so you don't feel the pain. You start now remembering about the moments. I was eating with them, I was talking to them, we did this and this just the other day. Like that stage number 1, the denial stage, is what prepares. It's like it lays the foundation for the news to sink without causing us to to go into, you have seen people receive news and immediately they faint. That is shock absorption, that the brain tries to find a way to deal with what has just happened. So the first stage of loss and grief is denial. And denial, I would love to call it like a distraction. It distracts you from the reality of what has just happened. It may take maybe a few minutes, a few hours, maybe a day. It's short, it doesn't go for a long time, but it's very important that you allow yourself to go through it, that your mind gets to process the news that you have just received, that your mind gets to understand that I've just been told this and this has happened. It's healthy, and it allows you to be able to come to terms with the news that you have received. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment of what you think about this first video. And I know that most of us, we have been in that. It's life here on earth. As long as we're on earth, one day, one time, we will lose a friend, we will lose a loved one, we will have friends who have lost people, and when we meet them, we don't even know what to tell them. We are speechless. You go to them and you're like, okay, I don't even know what to say. And that has been me so many times. So it is well. We can deal with it, we can handle it. We just have to take it one step at a time. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. Remember to leave me a comment. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like and to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And let's learn together. Thank you. God bless you.